How's it going, team? Hope you had a great day. We're locking in another green day here, about 800 bucks. I did give back some profit, early profit that I made in the morning session, diddling in the middle a bit, trying to get the action going, and I got chopped up, got a little bit frustrated. I'm going to show it all on the stream so you can watch it here in 20x speed. But then we repositioned, we waited, we didn't fight the trend, we took our stops when we needed to, we never got to a position where we were down too much money. And then finally, we got that squeeze out into the target that I talked about at the very beginning of the day. So the first thing we're going to do is go through my pre-market analysis, which I gave this morning, so you can see what I was looking for. And then let's watch these trades live. You can see all the good, the bad, the ugly, and of course, the green profit. I'm not leaving without that green profit. Let's get into it right now. Welcome back, traders. So let's give you a quick recap where we're at before the market open. So I've moved my levels, right? The daily levels follow the previous day, and you can see we have this daily gap. Gaps love to get filled. We filled this one already. This is the last one left here, so we're driving up into it. We have this golden pocket above. Okay, so this would be from the local high, the recent swing high, down to the swing low. Let's just make this sure this is correct. There we go. So I'm targeting, can we trigger this short squeeze? Over this is everything over this level here, 42.72 has been a short squeeze. So everyone piled in short there, they're getting their faces ripped off. We're going to fill the gap. That's why you don't guess levels, you wait for it. You're going to get a short squeeze. Now it's a question, how much juice has it got? How far can it go? Can it drive up into this golden zone? This pocket here, I believe, is off an H4. Yeah, it's off an H4. So can we drive into this supply level from the 4 hour, or are we just gonna get stuck up here? So that's what we're waiting for. Let it go. I mean, for now, I'm bullish. I just don't want to buy high. I'm going to let the market open. We've got news at 10. We will go from there. Okay. Have a good day. Trade safe. Wait for the market to give you that opportunity. It's giving you an opportunity for this buy here. Can we break out of this, base above, close this gap, put on a squeeze before turning back down? That's what I'm looking for. Let's see what we get. Okay, so into the first trade, 30x speed. I see that fail at the top and I hit the short. You'll see there I could have got my cover, and I move it down. I get that little bit greedy, thinking I like the imbalance, I like what we're creating here. I wonder if we trap longs at the high and we can get a big flush down. So I mark out that new imbalance. I move my stop just above the imbalance, looking for the flush lower to take away the liquidity to start my day with a nice winner with just one contract on. So I'm going to lock some profit in, very tiny profit, almost break even if it does break the imbalance. So I'm holding it, looking for this bear flag, looking for the imbalance to hold and a flush, and I have to eat that stop. It flushes instantly back, so I get back in with one contract. Very similar to yesterday. I watch the volume, I'm watching the VIX, I'm watching the Dixie. At this point, I am expecting a deeper pullback. I think that we've trapped longs, so I start adding in for the bear flag breakdown. Now, yet again, it's coming to test this pre-market high, and I don't take one off. I'm holding for a deeper move here. You'll notice, constantly holding for my targets. Get one off there on that little sweep, as I can see buyers starting to step in on bookmap. I'm checking my high time frames, and we drive back in and I take it off break even, worried that we are now going to squeeze out. So there's no trade on here, but I want you to take notice of this. After I took my stop, there was a perfect opportunity to get long on that W shape and that base where we expanded up, and now we've trended up. So I see this big flush down candle and retrace. Now I'm thinking short into the underside of that support, which should now become resistance, and maybe we can go and retest the bottom end of that flush candle, get some money on the board, get my day going, and leave a nice tight stop and get stopped out instantly there before getting back in, seeing them come back in. So I'm very cautious here. I'm trying not to fight trend, but I am looking for that deeper pullback. Moving my stop into break even. I tried to get one on in this fair value gap, and it drives up again towards my exit. So I'm going to be cautious of a flag breakout here, and I eat my stop again. Now giving away my daily profit. Now I'm looking long for that drive up. We've broken out, we've created a flag, we've got a chance to expand. So I'm trying to join the momentum off the flow zones a little bit late. I've got 2 on, looking for that expansion into that supply block, 4300, 4330, that kind of move, and it flushes down to me. So I eat the stop again, marking out potential areas where it might hold. It holds again, so I try to get long, and you can see the impatience building on me. I eat the stop again, try it one more time now, flipping short because we've got a breakdown. So I'm adding into this, wondering, is that a huge trap at the highs, trapping longs? Maybe now we got that big flush down. So I build my potential flag, I add one on for the breakdown of that flag, looking for lower prices, looking for it to at least sweep all the liquidity of buyers here. But one thing I haven't taken into account enough is this IB high test. So I take one off, I realize we're at the IB high, looking for that liquidity towards that news wick or whatever that dump wick was. That's where I'm looking. Stop, break even, we hold the IB high, and I take it off. So now I mark out this channel. Are we going to do a potential flag for a big move up? So I've obviously tried here one more time to get that long for that squeeze up and that breakout. So I've marked out the channel. I've got some more sides on here because I think enough people are trapped, and I know that I'm above the IB high. I should be trending, my flow zone stay higher. So now I'm going to hold on and look to see if we can expand through higher day. So I take one off there for that touch of higher day into that H4 supply block I talked about in the pre-market. Moving my stop pretty much break even here. Now I really want to see this rip. It's spent hours here trapping everyone. It should have enough juice to expand higher. So I'm trying to hold for this move to 43.30 and an expansion above that to run everyone's stop. So I'm trying to stick to my rules, hold your runners. I'm marking out old supply, which has now become demand. So I'm looking for a break of structure higher and a hold of this demand zone. And then this candle comes out of nowhere. No idea how it happened. So I reduce size. I think I don't want to get trapped if they're now going to flush everyone back down. So I just reduce size just to be careful. Waiting now to see, what are we going to do? Do I need to cut this whole trade, or is this a new form of trap just to wash out all the longs before we go high? It looks pretty good. So if we break high day, I'm going to add one on for the squeeze out. There we go. Adding one on, looking for the expansion again. Unfortunately, my average isn't as good now as I've been washed out. That old average down towards 43.10, 43.15 would have been much better, but it is what it is. We trade where we're at and we look after our core position. So marking out that old supply, which has now become demand. I've got my channel in where I think it might expand to, and I'm marking out a potential flag. I know shorts are going to be hammering in here, looking for a rotation back lower, but I think if we can hold the flow zones and we can hold this demand level, the blue box I've lined out, we've got a good chance of expanding higher. Still looking for that IB level, the 100% move, and there we go. I get one off there into a fib. There you go, I'm showing it there, 150% move of the consolidation that we had all the way over lunch. I've marked out a new channel, and I would like to see that IB level taken out. The 100% move, 43, 31, 25. I'm looking for a rip through that, and I'm looking for 35 or higher, because I think there is enough stops in here to really cause a major move up. So you can see I've got that 200% move. That's what I'm looking to attack. I really want a big squeeze out here. So moving my stop up, being protective just in case it does that big flush candle coming into the new hour, which is the last time it did it, just to wash everyone out. That's fine. I'll take my profit and I can reload. And there's the huge push, and I miss my fill. Getting greedy there is going to cost me. I'm not going to give back too much, because if that's the capitulation of shorts, there's a good chance we'll roll back over. I have to take that profit and I'm out. So there we have it. That was my day. You'll see some really nice trades early day, but I'm holding for that bigger profit, and I have to take a lot of break-even trades, and that frustration starts to build on me. You can see it by the third trade in. I'm forcing those entries a little bit, but at least I keep my stops tight. I don't go on tilt. I'm not oversizing. I'm not swinging for the home run. I'm keeping things tight and waiting to add to my winners. And finally, when we get that flag breakout, that consolidation, I hammer in, we get the winner, I add to the winner on the breakout, and we ride it all the way up to our original levels we talked about in pre-market. So important you know your levels and you know what you're looking for. So before I sign off today, I want to hop over back onto TradingView so you can see where we're at and where we might go. So let's just do that now. And here is the TradingView chart. Okay, so a few things we can look at here to give us some confluence. I was very cautious about this 1500 level on the NQ, right? So when we were coming into those highs, I knew that if the NQ couldn't break out and sustain it, we would be in trouble. I also had the Dixie was looking very good today. We'd put in that high, we were rolling back and we were starting to base, okay? So we had to be careful here on the base, and the VIX today, absolutely amazing. Finally dumping, staying near the 16 level. Felt good about the long all day that it did this. But let's get over to my system so we can see how easy it is if you just follow the trend. Every pullback today got soaked up and we had some beautiful traps, didn't we? New high, there's the low, push back in, sweep of the low, W-shaped expansion. That was the one that I really missed out. Once I stopped out here, it was a good stop, but there's your long trigger, a nice easy long for that rip up and expansion. That was the first long that I missed, that kind of regretted. And then this big flush down candle, which I didn't take my covers on. It's an easy buy really, isn't it? We know that the breakout levels here, we know that there are passive buyers sitting in here looking to hold it. The flow zone and the structure is clearly upwards, okay? So you should have been looking for longs today. There were some counter rotation shorts like these ones that I took, and I tried these breakdowns, but really the longs were in play today. The shorts were so trapped, weren't they? Trying to get that rotation and oversizing. And you know what shorts are like when they're wrong? They're adding more, they're covering a bit here, they're adding more. And really, when they're all said and done, you get that huge margin call candle. That's what we're looking for, right? So the traps were set today, but the easiest time, as always with a trend, comes after that imbalance. So this green line here is your initial balance high, okay? And once we set that, look how we hold it all day. There's not one close. This is a wick. There is not one close under it. We are building that liquidity to get that giant squeeze off the IB high. And as I talked about in yesterday's video, and you would have seen me do it today, I love to look for a measured move from the IB low to the IB high. There's your 200%. That was the sell target. Nice and easy. Keep it simple. I'll be back tomorrow. Trade safe.